Hello audience, welcome to BAETTA International English Language, IELTS, TOEFL, GRE, ELT and TESOL programs. This is Int'l, Chairman IELTS and Head of Linguistics, BAETTA Bangladesh. As a part of our IELTS 8 Plus guaranteed teaching and training course, this video is on IELTS Reading Module Series Lecture Video 3. Scoring system and marking scheme of IELTS academic and general training reading. In this video, I will speak about Lesson 1, a sharp difference between IELTS academic and general training reading module. Lesson 2, scoring parameters and marking scheme of IELTS academic reading module. Lesson 3, scoring parameters and marking scheme of IELTS general training reading module. Lesson 4. What's the 9-band scale of IELTS academic and general training reading module? Lesson 5. What's the 8-band scale of IELTS academic and general training reading module? Lesson 6. What's the 7-band scale of IELTS academic and general training reading module? Lesson 7. What is the 6-band scale of IELTS academic and general training reading module? Lesson 8. What's the 5-band scale of IELTS academic and general training reading module and the like? Lesson 9. Band-wise total comparison of IELTS academic and general training scores with listening scores. So, this video will be very important and helpful to you. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Differences between IELTS academic and general training reading module. There lies a sharp difference between IELTS academic and general training reading module based on the following 3 dimensions. Number 1. Aims and purposive dimensions. Who should take which reading module? Number 2. Textual and contextual dimension. What are the passage range and assessing field in IELTS reading module? 3. Scoring parameters and marking scheme of dimension. What point makes which band score in IELTS academic and general training reading? Lesson 2. IELTS academic reading marking scheme and band score assessment conversion table. In IELTS academic reading module, there are 3 long academic passages which are followed by 40 questions. Each of the 40 questions is worth 1 point. Depending on how many points you gain, you can receive a band score from 0 to 9 points for the reading section. To determine your IELTS academic reading score, the following conversion table applies. Now, I'm going to talk about the conversion table of IELTS academic reading module scoring. Raw score out of 40. Band score. 39 to 40 is equal to 9 band score. 37 to 38, 8.5 band score. 35 to 36, 8 band score. 33 to 34, 7.5 band. 30 to 32, 7 band. 27 to 29, 6.5 band. 23 to 26, 6 band. IELTS academic reading raw score out of 40, 19 to 22, Band score 5.5. Raw score 15 to 18. Band score 5. IELTS academic reading, raw score 13 to 14. Band score 4.5. Raw score 10 to 12. Band score 4. Raw score 8 to 9. Band score 3.5. As academic reading module, raw score 6 to 7. Band score 3. Raw score 4 to 5 is equal to band score 2.5, etc. Lesson 3. IELTS General Training Reading Scheme with raw score and band score. IELTS General Training Reading also has 3 sections and 40 questions. Each of the 40 questions is worth 1 point. Depending on how many points you gain, you can receive a band score from 0 to 9 points for the reading section. To calculate your IELTS General Training Reading score, the following conversion table applies. Now, I am going to discuss IELTS General Training Reading Score Conversion Table. Let's begin. Raw score out of 40, band score. When your raw score is 40, your band score will be 9. Raw score 39, band score 8.5. Point 37 to 38, band score 8. Point 36 is equal to band score 7.5. When your raw score will be 34 to 35, your band score will be 7. Raw score 32 to 33, band score 6.5. Raw score 30 to 31, band score 6. In IELTS General Training Reading, when your raw score is 27 to 29, your band score will be 5.5. Raw score 23 to 26, band score 5. Raw score 19 to 22, band score 4.5. In IELTS General Training Reading, when your raw score is 15 to 18, your band score will be 4. Raw score 12 to 14, band score 3.5. Raw score 9 to 11, band score will be 3. When your raw score is 6 to 8, your band score will be 2.5 and the like. Viewers, in this part of the video, I will not talk about IELTS General Training and Academic Module score comparison with listening score. Let's move. Lesson 4 to 9, IELTS General Training and Academic Score Comparison with Listening Score from band score 9 to 2.5. There is also an unofficial table of the difference between listening and reading score on the IELTS Academic and General Test. The following chart is more complete than the official one. It's also very reliable. All the figures given below come from the unofficial but accurate IELTS score calculator. You can see the chart below to understand band score and raw score of IELTS academic reading, general training reading, and listening with complete comparison. Viewers, the following chart will focus on a clear comparison among band score of listening raw score, reading raw score, and reading raw score general training. Band score 9. Your reading raw score will be 39 to 40 in academic and 40 in general training, while in listening your raw score will be 39 to 40. Band score 8.5. Academic reading raw score 37 to 38, general training reading raw score 39, while listening raw score is 37 to 38. Band score 8.0. Academic reading raw score 36 to 35 to 36, general training 37 to 38, and listening 35 to 36. Band score 7.5. Academic reading raw score 33 to 34, general training 36, and listening 32 to 34. Band score 7.0. Academic reading raw score 30 to 32, general training 34 to 35, and listening 30 to 31. Band score 6.5. Academic reading raw score 27 to 29, general training reading raw score 32 to 33, and listening raw score 26 to 29. Band score 6.0. IELTS academic reading raw score 23 to 26, general training raw score 30 to 31, and listening raw score 23 to 25. Band score 5.5. IELTS academic reading raw score 19 to 22, general training raw score 27 to 29, and listening raw score 18 to 22. Band score 5.0. Academic reading score 15 to 18, general training raw score 23 to 26, and IELTS listening raw score 16 to 17. Band score 4.5. Academic reading raw score 13 to 14, general training reading raw score 19 to 22, and listening raw score 13 to 15. Band score 4.0. Academic IELTS reading raw score 10 to 12, general training raw score 15 to 18, and listening raw score 10 to 12. Band score 3.5. IELTS academic reading raw score 8 to 9, general training reading raw score 12 to 14, and listening raw score 8 to 9. IELTS band score 3.0 is equal to IELTS academic reading raw score 6 to 7, general training reading raw score 9 to 11, and listening raw score 6 to 7. IELTS band score 2.5 is equal to IELTS academic reading raw score 4.4 to 5, general training reading raw score 6 to 8, and listening raw score 4 to 5, and the like. Viewers, in my next video on IELTS reading module, I will speak about most common questions, range of reading passages, and grand suggestion for IELTS academic and general training reading module. Thank you.